This content is brought to you in association with my buddies over at Jam Jam Cards UK. You can find the links to the eBay store and the Facebook page in the description. Hi guys, it's Joe here from Rufioh. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. You should definitely hit subscribe and the notification bell before we go any further and you realise how fucking garbage my content is. But if this is not your first time on the channel, welcome back, you absolute fucking loser. This past weekend I was in attendance at the Manascrew Regional in Northampton, and I figured that this would be a good regional to go over some of the information from, scrape some of the data from, and go over a bit of a breakdown. Now, it wasn't a massive regional, but it was a fairly competitive one. Again, most of the people that normally attend our locals are capable of topping regionals and regularly do, so it's obviously good to see a bit more competition, but I thought it'd be interesting to see some of the dynamic of how that affects the tournament overall. And again, it's a little bit of a vacuum, but it might give you some information you might need. But before we get stuck into all of the data, if you are looking to pick up any Yu-Gi-Oh singles and you want to get a nice cheeky discount on your order, check out the channel sponsors Jam Jam Cards UK. You'll be supporting the channel, the team, and getting yourself a nice discount on their cards. Use the code Rufioh15 for a 15% off your eBay order. Link in the description. So let's start off by discussing some numbers. This was a 48-man cap event. I think the total was 43 in attendance in the end. We had 5 people who couldn't make it, mostly due to people catching the you-know-what that I won't say because I don't really want to get demonetized, but those people obviously couldn't be in attendance. So we do have a pie chart breaking down some of the information. I will go through a full list of what we had, but essentially we had 8 Sword Souls, with 7 of them being 10 years, 1 the DPE variant. We had 6 Lyraless Tri-Brigade with the Bird Up deck, 4 Phantom Knights, 4 Invoked Dogmatica Shaddoll, and the rest are in our others category, but I'll go through those now as well. So we had 2 Dragon Link, 2 Prankids, 2 Dino, 2 Virtual World, 2 Shark Exceed, 1 B Trooper, 1 Live Twin, 1 Ignista, 1 Salamangreat, 1 Drytron, 1 Adamantipator, 1 Eldritch, 1 Altergeist, 1 Sky Striker, 1 Infernoid, 1 Thunder Dragon, 1 Cyber Dragon, and then finally myself playing Gren Marju. So as you can see, the room was pretty much split down the middle in terms of what decks were meta relevant. I guess anything that you would say is a meta capable deck of the likes of Virtual World, the new Shark deck which is coming about, Dinos in that sort of tier 2 category, Prankids, Dragon Link, and then of course the meta contenders with Phantom Knights, Lyraless Tri-Brigade, Sword Soul, and of course Invoked Dogmatica Shaddoll somewhere between those 2 lines. And then we had a ton of rogue picks, but even some of those were particularly strong decks that can definitely take a scalp and make your day a little bit more difficult. So yeah, it's usually a pretty competitive room, but I just wanted to give you a breakdown of that. And then of course we'll move on to what our representation was when we got into our Swiss Top Cut. In the end, the overall winner of the event was Sword Soul, and then the rest are as follows. So we had 2 Sword Soul in the top 8, both of those are the 10-year variants. We had 2 Lyraless Tri-Brigade, which took up 2 of those spots as well. 2 and both of the Shark Exceed decks that got took to the tournament managed to get in there as well, making equal representation, which is a very strong showing for the deck. One that people probably weren't ready for, and we should probably be keeping an eye on because it definitely looks like it could creep into the format. And then our final 2 spots from that top 8 were taken up by Phantom Knights and by Prankids. Now, I did have some deck lists handy for you, but I've definitely just lost all of the work I put into those, so I'm not going to include them in this video. My apologies for that. However, those deck profiles for a good chunk of these top 8, I think 5 of them I've got, will be on the channel anyway. So if you're interested in watching those, make sure you stuck around. They may well already be out, though, by the time this video drops. But anyway, that's all from me. I just wanted to give you a rough breakdown from this past weekend's regional for those of you who are interested in this kind of data mining stuff that people do. This should give you some additional information you might want to see. Might give you some idea of what kind of decks we might expect coming up into the format. Again, it's a relatively small regional, but a very potent one nonetheless. So it's very handy to have this information available to you. But anyway, that's enough waffling on from me. Thank you very much for coming along. Hopefully you've enjoyed it enough to subscribe, or at least hated it enough that you couldn't possibly look away. In either case, hopefully we'll see you in the next one.